Max Feinstein faces challenges head on with Dear Anxious by Cynthia Gross, published October 13, 2021. With his latest single, Dear Anxious, North Jersey based artist Max Feinstein faces his challenges head on. No stranger to the DMV scene, Feinstein considers Abingdon, Virginia, his second home, where he frequents as a passionate spokesperson for the bleeding disorders community. There's a venue in town called the Bone Fire Smokehouse that I adore, and the people in the area have become dear friends and have taken to what I am doing quite passionately, Feinstein explains. I educate people outside of the community about hemophilia as an extension of my work as a musician and endeavor to create allies through this happenstance. Lyrically, Dear Anxious reminds audiences of their power to shape the future. Just because you may have been unsuccessful in overcoming something in the past doesn't mean you shouldn't try again. And not only try, but possibly discover that you are victorious this go round. At your hand, you command power, should you ever choose, to reframe all your pain as a better kind of truth, Feinstein sings. Come around to astound now, spread your wings and drop the tude, he adds. The juxtaposition of the song title with Feinstein's jangly composition and spirited lyrics suggests that our fears may not be as intimidating as we thought when we learn to take a leap of faith, confident that we will land right where we were meant to be. Dear Anxious effectively silences the negative voices in your head, encouraging listeners to tune out the worry and tune in to possibilities. Dear Anxious was inspired by some of Feinstein's biggest influences from the late 90s, including Brandon Boyd, Anthony Kiedis, and Dave Grohl, icons he describes as creating uplifting, passionate music that made me feel heard on an emotional level. Regarding his hemophilia leadership work on the DMV front, Feinstein notes, I'm proud to say that though we may be an incredibly rare disorders group with at most 30,000 patients in the country, we are a resilient and legislatively potent people when it comes to fighting for our right to medicine and to care. Fans of Incubus, Foo Fighters, and John Mayer will identify with Max Feinstein's versatile sound. As demonstrated in Dear Anxious, his songs can journey from smooth, groovy verses to soaring, passionate choruses in an instant, lifting you up and taking you higher. Dear Anxious is the lead single from Max Feinstein's upcoming album, scheduled to drop March 2022.